New sponsor, we got Chick-fil-A in the house. Chick-fil-A's got the styrofoam cups. Jesus ain't even mad. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. A nice peanut. Peanut, you haven't been in the videos in a long time.
You love you, YouTuber.
So you guys saw last video, which was filmed after I filmed this video. That last video that I posted was about my computer. My computer did come today, but I wasn't here to sign for it, so I'm going to have to leave that little piece of paper that says leave it on my porch, and they'll leave it, hopefully, tomorrow, which is Saturday. If not, it comes Monday, and then, yeah, we'll be good. As long as I don't have any SD card problems during the filming of this video, we should be good. But in this video, there's a project that I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and honestly, been thinking about it for a while. Behind me is what is this called? A safe space. I don't know what you would call a memorial. No, I'm sure there's a good word. Let me zoom in. This is some of like my history, I guess you can say. This is my grandfather's handsaw, Napoleon Bredo. Napoleon Bredo. He was one of the first people that really got me into woodworking. I grew up without a father, if you guys don't know this, and anytime I would go over to my grandfather's house, I would always be like, can we go down in your shop? Can we go down in your shop? And when I was younger, the first thing I ever used, all the time was this sanding block. He'd put a piece of sandpaper in it, and I would just sand wood. No point. And then I slowly worked up, and he allowed me to use the scroll saw, and then he had a belt sander that I could use. But it had to be big pieces. It couldn't be little pieces because that shit will freaking rip your finger off. But on one of my visits to Connecticut recently, I had all this stuff in storage up there because I used to live in Connecticut. I put it in a suitcase. I put a lot of stuff in a suitcase, a lot of tools, and brought them back down here. And the hand plane and the hand saw and the hand drill were three things that really reminded me of his shop because those were things that I was allowed to use. The hand plane I took apart completely and did a full restoration on the thing, pretty much, kinda. It is engraved with his initials, Napoleon Bredo. You can't really see it, but he pinged his initials into it. So that's there on display, as well as he did it on the hand saw. And all this stuff is still usable and removable, but it's more of an art piece. And then the hand drill. And then down here I've got a Tiny House Customs logo burnt into a piece of wood that somebody made for me. And then the whole video is about this thing right here. This is a cross-stitched. Let me take it out. What if we take it out? Just whip it out. Good. I put 2 screws. Let me just come in prepared. So when I was really, really young, my mother knew that I was, into woodworking. And she made me this. This is a cross-stitched thing. Measure twice, cut once. It's a very popular phrase for woodworkers or anyone that cuts anything, right? You measure it twice and then you just have to cut it once. But really cool. And so when I was up in Connecticut getting these things, I found this, which I think I've talked about it in way older videos, and I didn't know where it was, but I found it and it was in a broken frame. It was really in bad shape. So I went to Walmart, purchased a frame, and put it inside it. I think it's a 5x8. She didn't date it. I wish she would have put a date on the back, but I'm guessing right around like 1993 she made it, which would bring me around 10. I think I was a little bit younger. I might have been like 8, so maybe like 91, which would put me in first grade, second grade. I was like right around that area. Was when it was made. I was really, really young and gullible because she was sewing it in front of me and saying it was for somebody else. So I do cherish this piece right here, and I think it's stupid that I have it in like a Walmart frame. So I've got the glass, I've got the backer that's on here. I can make a new frame out of some wood that I have, and I've got some really special wood that I'm going to use. You guys haven't seen this wall, but this is something else that I built. I've got a place for rubber gloves, which, I don't wear protection. Either did your father, Daniel, and that's how we got you. So I'll talk about this whole wall in a later video. I'll give you guys a little shop tour of what I've done in the past few months. But anyways, back to the picture frame. So when I did my accent wall in my tiny house, I got some reclaimed barnwood, and the lady who made the stack for me just grabbed random stuff. Some of the stuff she threw in there, I didn't feel like this kind of wood would look good on that old age rusty, like that rustic barn wood. This was hardwood flooring, reclaimed hardwood flooring. It was very cool. It came like this with paint on it, most likely. Yeah, that's lead paint, and yeah, definitely hardwood flooring. Now, when I got this, she told me that this came from. Now, please don't get mad at me, okay? I was told something, and I've been told it by 2 different people. Audio? I don't know how long the mic's been crapped out. I was told something by 2 different people that this wood came from Thomas Edison's house. Now, if you look at it very closely, right there, you see these like metal things in there. Oh, that's it. That's the shot. So there's those metal things in it. It's very unique. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It's definitely a hardwood. But I was told that this was in Thomas Edison's workshop. Now, the people that I bought this wood from said this to me. And then a few months later, I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me about a house they went to. And they were like, yeah, the person had Thomas Edison's hardwood flooring throughout the house. And I'm like, do you have a picture? And they're like, yeah. And they showed me a picture, and I swear to God, it was this same exact freaking wood with these little metal circles in it. And I was like, believable. I went online to try to figure out, is that actual facts? And I couldn't find anything. So I don't know if that's true or not. But I think it's pretty cool that this could possibly be from Thomas Edison's house. This wood right here is like priceless to me. Like, what? I was like hoping I didn't get drunk one night and was cold and burned it. That was like my goal in life, to not burn that wood, because it was kind of crappy. So in this video, gosh, how many minutes are we in? 5 minutes already? Good job, Dan. So in this video, I am going to make a picture frame out of Thomas Edison. What did he invent? The light bulb? It's not Tesla. Nicholas Tesla's. So in this video, I'm gonna make a frame. So first thing is clean this wood up and get it kind of pretty looking. All right, pretty. Safe space. This needs a safe space. Fuck yeah.
I'm getting dusty down here. This is ridiculous. You put me down here right underneath the turkey. The chopping, sawing thing that makes a lot of noise is blowing dust all over my bedding. Look at me, I'm a mess. Bastard. I'm gonna pee on your bed. You know what? That's what's gonna happen. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna bring some of this sawdust into the bed and rub it all over the bed sheets. And then when you get in the bed, you're gonna get splinters. Yeah, how you like them apples? Good apples, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Bye!
So I got these 2 pieces ripped down. So this piece is long enough to do one of the short ones and one of the long pieces. And so obviously this piece is going to be good. Now I can kind of rough chop them. I'm going to rough cut them into the lengths. And then I have to put these grooves. There's different grooves in them. The 2 top pieces, the 2 longer pieces, just have a straight notch out like that. Very simple to make. And then the 2 side pieces have the same notch, except for, okay, there's a piece of trim missing here. No, I can't even show you on this one either. They have the same notch, but there's also a groove for the piece of backer plate, the piece of cardboard that goes in the back and has that little locking thing that goes into there. So one of them, they're both the same depth, so this is pretty easy. So my 2 short pieces are going to be a little more complicated. 2 long ones, pretty simple. All 4 of them get that same back notch in it, and then that last one gets that groove. Those other 2 get the groove. You talk and then you think, don't you? Is that how that works? Yep, that is me. That is me. Hello, how are you? So I got the 4 pieces that are going to make it. I got 2 long ones, 2 short ones, And then I have a extra scrap piece. I'm going to mill this thing down to one of the long pieces, one like the top or the bottom. In case I make a mistake on any of these pieces, I can quickly make this into something. So, 5 pieces. So this picture frame is, you know, about 5/8 of an inch. Yeah, 5/8 of an inch. This hardwood flooring, Mr. Edison's wood, is 3/4 of an inch here, but if you look at the back of it, it's got these little grooves in here for air, I would assume, and that is 5/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is, I think, run them through the table saw. That's dangerous, especially at the alcohol consumption that I've had. One day I'll own a nice table saw. Stranger danger. Gosh, can't wait to read the comments about saw safety. It's the time of year where my propane wood stove comes out, and it's like, well, it gets pushed by YouTube a lot, and so I probably get like 3 comments a day on that video about safety. I mean, it was a dangerous video. I could have died many times in that video. Thank you. Oh God, what is that? That is a massive, massive bug. Look at that one. That one is interesting. I mean, come on. I mean, how much play was in that? There wasn't much. Not good. Why? Why? What if I do this? Dangerous? Stupid? Yeah. I love you super much. I love you super much loving. But you need to go lay down, okay? I'm gonna step on your toes and your tails. Is that a flea? No.
Spy boogers, you dumbass.
Okay, thank you. Come on, go lay down.
Paint your palette blue and gray.
Not sure I like that piece. Totally different color. Where'd it go? I mean, come on, it's unique. It's my next purchase. 0 clearance. This is crap. And the flex, do you see that? Fucking flex? Stupid. Build shit better. You done gone messed up. Obviously boiled linseed oil. It's my go-to, alright? It just makes it look good. So I'm going to do like 3 or 4 coats on this thing. I'm going to let that coat sit for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm going to come back, wipe it, so that any dust that's in the air comes off, and that oil gets some time to penetrate it. And then I'll wipe it off, let it harden for another like 30 minutes, do another coat, same thing. I'll do it 3 or 4 times until it's got a nice finish on it. If it's not really shining like I want it to, then I'll hit it with some poly. I'll let you know if I do that, but most likely I'm not. Typically that oil, no matter what, I mean no, that's got shit. Typically just the oil builds up a good finish on stuff like this, so we'll just let this go and build up the layers. And then, ready? We're gonna jump into putting it in the frame. So there it is. I did probably 4 coats on it. Looks alright. It's good. It's homemade. Clean the piece of glass. Take it out of its safe space. Paper for the protection. Looks good. Right? I'm happy. Now, because I got that slit, it's kind of long. You know, I got room to move it side to side to get it balanced good, but that's it. That's perfect. I love it. Look at it. It's great. I'm happy. All right, this video I know is insanely long. I tried to cut stuff out, but hey, things happen. I rambled at the beginning. Sorry. If you watched the whole thing, thanks though for watching the whole thing. Mom, maybe you watched the whole thing. My mom doesn't really watch my videos. Don't think she ever has. I don't think she's a fan of my videos. Daniel, I just think they're a little vulgar. You're just a little inappropriate. I don't know why you have to drink so much in your videos, Daniel. It doesn't add anything to your channel. It's really a disappointment. I would say it's the oldest thing that has ever been given to me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. That's it. I'm done. I got another project I want to work on.